who you could be is beautiful, but really, it's up to you to be the person that creates that. It's not up to anyone else. But a lot of people think that they're stuck with that person, the person that they are right now. Like, I know a lot of people who have been down before, and to them, they see no light at the end of the tunnel. They see no positivity and happiness in their future when really it's up to them to create that. I'm not saying you can control your situation. I'm not saying you can control what happens around you. I can't control like the people you talk to. Well, that's a different topic. You can control the people that you associate yourself with, but you can't control what people are going to say about you. But you're not stuck living that way. I mean, I can say from firsthand that life is going to throw a lot of terrible things towards you. It's going to happen. But letting that turn you into a watered down or corrupted version of yourself is just unfair to you in the future. And you in the future would thank yourself if you decided that you wouldn't let bad things in your life define the person that you are, because the bad things that happen to you aren't you. They don't define you. Something awful could happen. It shouldn't change the core person that you are. And it's easy to reach that potential of yourself through the smallest of things. The smallest of things can completely change your outlook on life, your outlook on the future. Your entire perspective on life can be changed from choosing to be kind to someone, for example. If someone's mean to you, don't stoop to their level. Sorry. It's easy to rethink your values. It's not really easy to apply them. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes it's hard to be nice to someone who's an ass to you, but you know, in the end, not holding grudges against people will always make you a happier person. And it's not just choosing kindness. It can also be taking care of yourself, working out, lifting, eating better, sticking with your habits. A lot of people can't get into the habit of doing something that improves their life in some way. And sticking to stuff like that really does help. Even waking up earlier. Waking up earlier instead of waking up late, being late to something and just immediately starting your day. Having some time in your morning to self-reflect and think about the person you are. Think about all the good things in your life and choose gratitude. Like gratefulness and gratitude, a lot of people don't think about it until it's like a holiday, like Thanksgiving or Christmas or like Easter. Like, there's so much to be grateful for. And even reflecting back on that stuff on a daily, or not even on a daily, say a weekly basis, it keeps your own self in touch of the great things in life. And ultimately, in the year 2050, you're going to be a more happy person if you've practiced being grateful for the things you have. And, a lot of people think, like, oh, I don't have anything to be grateful for. You're on this earth. You're lucky enough to be experiencing this life firsthand. and you have a life that is fully at your will. That is something to be grateful for. You should be grateful for the choice to either make your life better or make your life worse. You are lucky enough to be a human being experiencing a universe that created itself. That's crazy to me. And a lot of people, don't want to see that. But maybe it's easier to say it in a story. Okay. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. You're confident and you're fulfilled and you're surrounded by good people. You have healthy habits, you have discipline in your life, and you've overcame lots of fear. But that has all just been created by consistent small choices in your day-to-day life. All of that. You don't get stronger after one workout. You don't get more confident after, going up and speaking in front of a class one time. It's all developed slowly, and that applies to your own morals and sense of self. You develop that slowly over time, and that's a beautiful thing. But there's also a negative way to take that. So imagine yourself in the future again, the same time period, the same place, but it's just filled with regret. Regret of what you could have been. You look at the people around you and you think to yourself, I could have been that. If I tried. If I didn't think about being grateful, if I didn't practice discipline in my life, if I didn't practice trying to be a better person, or I don't know what I just said, but if you didn't do those things, which you didn't in this situation, you're a lot worse off. I kind of talk just to talk sometimes, so I don't know if that made sense. But the main point of this video is to just say that you aren't defined by your past mistakes. You aren't defined by your failures. And you aren't defined from who you were before. You aren't defined by who you are or were yesterday. You aren't defined who you were a year ago, 2 years ago, what you did back then. You're defined of who you are today. And the choices you make today define your future. They define how you're going to live, how you're going to think about yourself, how you're going to respond in situations. I have a quote here I wanted to say, and it's by Marcus Aurelius. Every sunrise is an invitation to create a better version of yourself. Every single day, you have the option to be better. And a lot of people don't take that option. A lot of people take the easy route, but I know you won't. I know if you're watching this video, you want to become a better person, so do it. So do it. Be that better person. Be the bigger person in arguments. Be anything you want to be. Because this life is at your disposal. And you can either make that a great thing or a bad thing. And a lot of people choose that to be a bad thing. And a lot of people choose to take the easy path and end up in a bad situation. If you want confidence, keep promises to yourself. If you want love, start giving love to people. Love will find its way towards you. And if you want success in your life, like a lot of people do, build healthy habits in your life today. Everyone's heard this quote probably, but I'm just going to say it anyways. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. You don't find yourself, you create yourself. The person you dream of being already lives inside of you, so find them. Find that person. Who you could be is beautiful. And I really just want you to know, or to take away from this, that you shouldn't wait another day to meet that person. You create that person over time, and you have plenty of time. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.